What is going on, guys? Today is Friday, August the 14th, and guess what today is? Today is market day here in McDowell County, Landgraf, West Virginia. Look at these beautiful fields. Look at these beautiful mountains. You can see all the way around the serenity, the peace, the fog lifting off of the mountains over yonder. And we're going to go in and harvest some corn today. Felicia's at home. She is cleaning up green beans and squash and zucchini and cucumbers. And we're going to pick some corn today to take out to the market. So let's see what we got growing on in here and get some of this corn harvested. Check out this corn. It's ready to go. We've been pulling some of this stuff out all week, and now it's time to take some. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse, and you can watch me harvest some of this corn for the market. See how we do it. We're going to take out a few buckets of it and see how far we get. So back into the time lapse with you, baby. So check it out, guys. We're in here in the cornfield doing a little bit of harvesting, and this is organic corn. We don't use any kind of pesticides or insecticides or anything like that to treat our corn. And when you do organics, you're going to have bugs in your systems. See, there's bugs right there. You're going to have bugs in your systems, and that just means that you have a healthy environment. The bugs are in here eating, so they're not dying. So it's the healthiest food that you can get. It's definitely the sweetest corn that I've ever had in my life. So that's one thing about being an organic farmer that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to deal with people that are not used to that type of thing, of having to deal with bugs and creepy crawlies. But if it wasn't for the bugs and creepy crawlies, the garden wouldn't exist. That's just a simple truth. You have beetles and bees and worms that are in there doing their thing, creating a healthy ecosystem. Make sure that it's clean and that it's a safe environment. And because of those bugs eating those crops and different things, your crops build up immunities. That's how you get antibacterial and antimicrobial properties in different types of plants. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to pick a couple dozen in this bucket, and I just wanted to show you guys what it's like inside the corn forest here, because as you know, I am the height of a hobbit, and some of this is pretty tall. It's quite a bit taller than I am, which is pretty awesome. But we got this organic corn growing on, and this stuff is quite delicious. It is the sweetest corn I've ever had in my life. And most of the time, I eat it raw. Some of the best corn. Look at this corn. Look at this. This corn is called. This is what we're going to have at the market. And some of them are going to have bugs in them. Some of them are going to have worms in them. But this is the sweetest corn, most nutritious corn compared to anything that you can get at the store. And a lot of the stores that I've seen, they're charging $1 a ear. And look at that corn. That's the sweetest corn. I eat it, bugs and all. I don't see any bugs, but it's some of the best corn. Check that out, guys. That's breakfast right there. We've been taking this stuff home. Oh man, that's so sweet. What this corn is called. And it takes care of itself and it stands on its own. Some of the best corn, but we've been taking this corn home. We'll put the whole husk into the oven, bake it on 350 for 35 minutes inside the husk. Take it out, no butter, no anything. Sweetest corn you will ever have in your life. It's great stuff. I'm about picked up. I'm gonna have to get down to the other field and start picking out some things down there. Have to go back home and get Felicia. We've got Blue Lake bush beans today, zucchini. We're gonna have yellow squash today. I gotta go in and pick some green tomatoes. And we have a bunch of cherry tomatoes. They're not gonna go to market today. We're gonna sun dry some tomatoes at home. The rain split a lot of them, and I don't wanna send out split tomatoes. But we're gonna have a lot of good stuff. We're gonna have some greens down there today. That's gonna be pretty cool. So you have to check out the video or some of the pictures that I get of the farmer's market today. I'm gonna finish this corn and I'm gonna pick a few more dozen out and move on out of this field. We got stuff to do. It's going on 8:37. I want to be out of here by 9 o'clock. That way I can be in the other fields picking. Sky is probably picking collard greens right now. He's got some collard greens that are delicious, perfect collard greens. So keep rocking it with us. We're gonna kick you back into that time lapse. You can watch me pick a little bit more corn, and we'll go on and do some more harvesting today. We have harvesting to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow's markets. Jenny Totten, we're picking for you. what's going on, guys? We have the market set up over there behind me. I'm going to go down and harvest some green tomatoes right now. That way we can get this thing popping. We've got people that's already been stopping by and coming in. We have to get in there and get this thing going. Get it going. Go and get it. That's what we got to do. Got to get these tomatoes out before everybody starts showing up. Sky and Marshall are on their way with some greens and also some onions. So we're going to have some onions, guys. That's going to be pretty awesome. But right now I'm going to jump in and get some of these green tomatoes out. That way these fine people of southern McDowell County, West Virginia, have some fried green tomatoes to put on their tables. So keep rocking it with us. We're going to run down through here and grab some Thomas Aders. All right. So I'm trying to get everything picked, guys. Sky and Marshall come down, brought some onions and some peppers and some greens. They're up in the upper fields picking corn for tomorrow's market. I'm still trying to get food out for today's market. People are flooding in here, buying everything on the table, which is pretty awesome. Great problem to have. They can't get it no fresher, no more nutritious than right here, locally grown with the local ecology. And I'm going to pick mustard greens. That's one thing we don't have up there yet, is mustard greens. And I'm going to pick out a few bunches of those to take those up there. And when they run out, I guess I'll come pick some more and keep rocking it with us. Market looks like it's doing pretty good so far. We've had quite a few people stop in, but now I'm down here chilling with myself in this patch of mustard greens. And we're going to take some out and see what it looks like up in here. So keep rocking it with us. And I'm going to kick you back into that time-lapsey lapse. That way you can see what we got growing down. So let's get it. going on, guys? It's a little bit hot out here right now, but there is some overcast. I hear a little bit of thunder going on. They're up there doing the market. It looks like everything's going good. I've been picking out tomatoes and mustard greens and taking them up there to them as they run out. They're almost out of corn. They've went through green beans. They're on their second bucket of green beans. And I'm out here picking more green beans. I think Sky and Marshall went back to get some more corn from the other market, but it might be coming to this market, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But let me bring you in here and show you this. Look at these green beans. When we do these rows, we'll normally go in and pull the grass out around the bottoms. We've already done this before, but this is what I do right before I harvest them. In here, this is what I've been doing. I'll just take that grass and put it right back at the base of the plant after I pull it up, all the way down the row. We'll just come in and pull them away from the plant, just like that. And then it opens up the whole bottom of the plant, helps it get more light. It's going to continue to let it shade out. We live with the weeds, so when they do get tall like this, we don't worry too much about it because we put it right back into the garden. We kind of let it grow tall on purpose. It's not competing with anything that's in the middle. So now we can take green beans off of these plants. Look at those beauties there. Look at this one. This one's pretty loaded. These are Blue Lake bush bean. This is like a 50 to a 55 day bush type bean as opposed to pole beans. Bush beans, they're pretty amazing beans. They get pretty big. It's full of nutrients and flavor like any other bean you're going to get from the store. When you grow it yourself, you really have that satisfaction to know everything that you did to take care of these plants. And we try to follow the organic standards and methods as much as possible. We live with the pests. We live with the bugs. They benefit us. We plant massive amounts of stuff and we don't get devastation when something comes in and takes out one plant, because there are other things that come in to take out those pests, like the wasps. Check out these green beans here. I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm going to do that one more time so you can hear that. They snap. Great green beans, Blue Lake bush beans, 50-55 day bean. We're going to continue to pick some off of this plant here, and you can see how many I've already gotten. I already got off about 5 or 6 beans that I just showed you there, and we'll let these little ones get bigger. We want them to be about that size. Look at that. That's a good 6-inch bean there, 6 to 7-inch bean, and these beans come out perfect. Look at these beans. We have bucket after bucket after bucket of beans. We took out probably 6 buckets total yesterday between our fields and Sky's fields. Sky and Marshall picked beans up there for a little while, and we picked beans down here with Felicia's father and stepmother and my sister Emily. They came down and helped us take some beans out yesterday. We took a bunch of squash out yesterday. That was pretty cool. And we continue to harvest. Now today is market day. And now it's time to harvest more. Set it up. Let it go. So that's pretty awesome. There's plenty of green beans in here. Every plant is loaded just like the one that I showed you. And they will flower again. You'll get 2 or 3 flowering crops if you take care of them good enough. And you can see that these have plenty of flowers on them still. Look at these flowers. Those are going to be beans, those flowers there. There'll be new green beans. We'll be able to come in and pick again and again and again until the plants die. Because they have to make seed, and if you keep picking the beans off, that's their seed not being made, so they'll continue to make flowers until they make seed or die one. That's the goal of a plant, is to make seed so it can spread the next generation, so that it doesn't die out and completely go extinct. Look, here's some beans here that I missed. There's so many beans in here. This is unreal. I'm not even halfway down the row and I've got a bucket. That's what happens when you let them get to the size that they're supposed to. You can fill up a bucket quick. And one of these buckets holds probably between 12 and 17 pounds. It depends on how well we pack it down. We don't like to pack them too tight, but sometimes we'll do a shakedown and that'll take out the negative space in the bucket. So we're able to fit more beans in there. Because when we're picking beans, it's pain going out and getting buckets after buckets. If you left them all the way back at the truck and it's 100 feet away, you get tired of doing that all day long. So now we got a bunch more buckets. We picked up 5 more buckets yesterday. And now we have more buckets to put our stuff in. And we can harvest more out now. We're starting to get a lot of great production on all the crops. The corn is in, and that's had us busy, being this the first market that had our corn and stuff. We did pretty good this year, especially for an unexpected year with everything that's going on out there and people losing jobs and whatever's going on in the world. I don't know. I stay out here in the garden. I try to be as productive as possible. We made all kinds of food this year. That was pretty cool. We've got some more green beans over here, and we're going to deal with those like we've been dealing with the rest of it. And I'm going to kick you back into a time lapse because I've been talking, and I hope you got a little bit of information about beans and how to, pick beans, how to grow beans. You've seen how we grew them. We just put them in here and we did our thing. There's videos about how we put these in here. I'll put a link to one of the green bean planting videos at the top right side of the screen, and you can check out some of those videos about us putting these in here. We put some more in here a couple of days ago after we took off the first crop of contender beans out. That's another type of bush bean, but it's a 40 to 45 day bean. It goes a little bit quicker than these bush beans, but we planted them so the contender beans would come in first, and this is the next crop after the contender beans, the Blue Lake Bush. I'm going to keep the last row for seed. That's going to be pretty cool. We're going to get some good seed beans out of here. So we're going to jump back over in this other row, and I'm going to kick you into a time lapse, and we're going to pick some beans out. So keep rocking it. Check it out, guys. We are out here at the farmer's market. Look how beautiful it is out here. You see that beautiful sunshine? It's raining all around. We're under a flood warning for McDowell County, but you know what? We're gonna do a farmer's market. It's not raining too bad right here. It's just like, look at that sun right there coming out. Beautiful. I was trying to catch one of those awesome thunderclaps. So, we're getting some good rain here. Garden's getting some good rain, watering in those seeds. I've been picking some more beans. Been picking a lot of beans actually. So keep rocking it with us. And we're gonna kick you back into the farmer's market time lapse.